3, 2, 1. Hello everyone and welcome to another episode.
You're geniuses for clapping at separate times for that text, by the way. You're absolute geniuses.
You don't need... Look, we invite you to come on our podcast and you come and expose us.
Wait, no, sorry. We invite you to come on our podcast.
You're never coming back. You'll never work in this town again.
Thank fuck.
And you live here. That's not even like we flew you in or that we're in another country this time. We're back in Vienna, for the record.
Actually, this is the first episode since Prague.
Yes, it is. Yes,
Okay.
it is.
So, you already know, this is another episode of the Undebatable podcast. I'm Jamil,
I'm Ashlyn Kane.
and today's guest is...
Hi, I'm Jack Holmes. Am I supposed to look at you guys or the camera? This is...
Generally, the camera.
Hey, I'm Jack Holmes.
You're gonna introduce yourself to them?
I'm Jack Holmes.
Wait.
He is a comedian based in Vienna. I don't know. Sorry, were you looking for a more pizzazzy intro?
This isn't a police interrogation. We're not gonna arrest you. That would be an amazing long Kong, though. Like someone enters it because they suspect like someone in the comedy scene is gonna start like an anarchist group or something, and marry one of them, have kids, and then afterwards just freeze.
Gotcha.
We have a podcast together, but you're under arrest.
Fine.
I'm not sure what good that'll do for you, but okay.
I don't have to do the podcast with you anymore.
You could.
This is not a roast. This is a podcast. Let's remind people how this podcast works. Is usually we pick subject that make absolute no sense, question that no one have asked, and we get comedians to debate it. Mm-hmm. Today's subject is the metric system will ruin the English language.
More specifically, it would make the English language lame. Yeah, as in not a cool language. It wouldn't ruin it entirely, but
So
that's not even the position I'm supposed to have. I don't know yet.
So how we're gonna decide each one on each side together? They're gonna argue is with the flip of a coin.
Mm-hmm.
So Jack, you're our guest. Heads or tails?
I'll take tails.
Tails. So if it's tails, you're arguing for that.
Okay, so if it's tails, I'm arguing that it would make it lame.
Yeah.
Okay.
And tails it is.
Oh
Okay.
shit, you're gonna argue that it'll make it lame. Nice.
So you can have the opening statement,
I would prefer not.
You don't get a choice in this one, buddy.
and you're gonna have 30 minutes. You can use 30 minutes to open a statement. That's fine.
Okay.
Thanks for stalling time for him.
Okay, so my first reason for why the metric system would not make the English language lame is the metric system is already in English. Like, aren't most of these words in English already? Isn't it already based?
Wait, you're supposed to argue that it would make the English
No,
language
I
lame.
was.
You make it lame. It was.
Oh my God.
It would make it lame.
It would make it lame. Fuck.
This is a train wreck already.
Wait, hold on a second.
So now do we have to stall
Wait,
for time
yep.
to bring this in?
I was like, take it back, get a faster one.
He's getting back. He's not getting ideas. He's just.
I assure you, I'm not thinking about my job.
Well, you're not getting paid for this, so I hope you're not talking about this.
I'm taking that as a fucking reward. Hold on a second.
If you win the debate, it has been decided that you will get to take this as a reward.
Okay, that it would make it lame.
Yes. Okay, we're gonna start over.
The metric system would make the English language lame. Opening statement.
Okay. The first reason I think switching to the metric system would make the English language lame is I don't want to have to call it cilantro instead of coriander. I think that's a unnecessary, pretentious word. And I'm sure that cilantro is that part of the metric system? No, it's not part.
It's not at all.
But it is a word that Americans use. And that is the root for my argument. Cilantro is a bullshit, unnecessary, hoity-toity word. It's called coriander.
But you guys use the metric system. That's not That's not a. We don't use the metric system.
Clarify who is you guys.
You guys, people know this. I'm American.
You are American. He's British, but
Yes.
they also use the.
Do you guys use the...
We're really picky and choosy when we use it. Like, I feel like I grew up using the metric system. My parents were just kind of like, we use the metric system sometimes.
For example, if you're gonna say how much you weigh, you go kilos or pounds?
Normally, I would do pounds and stone.
Yeah, I don't understand stone. What the fuck
A stone is
this?
14 pounds.
Okay, but why is that a unit of measurement?
I don't know. Why do you not measure the temperature of water boiling at 100 degrees and freezing at 0? That's a much more
because
confusing.
We're just more fun, I guess. I don't know. We're trying to have fun with their numbers.
Oh yeah, water boils at 217 degrees Fahrenheit. Fuck the rest of the world and what you've got going on. America number 1 or number 17.
You know, math is a pretty boring subject in the first place. Sometimes you just gotta spit, just
some randomness.
Like breathe a little life into this otherwise very dry this topic. Fuck. What language is this again?
Math is a very boring subject, which is why we chose the metric system as a podcast topic.
But the goal is that we're going to make it interesting.
All right.
Whether or not we are succeeding is to be determined.
Okay,
but
to help you a bit. So, for example, with the term pound for pound.
Pound for pound.
That's using the imperial system. Once we switch to metric system...
In for a penny, out for...
In for a penny, out for a pound.
Yeah. So you can
hope
say
that's
kilo
right.
for kilo. Like, kilo for kilo, that's a better comedian. Or like, kilo for kilo, that's a better deal. Is it lame or not lame? You're not debating, I'm just motivating.
Thank you for actually giving us a point to focus on. Wait, what am I arguing for lame or against lame?
You don't want the metric system.
I don't want the metric system.
Pound for pound.
I much prefer pound for pound. It just rolls off the tongue. Kilo for kilo would be a ridiculous thing to go around saying.
Why is that so ridiculous? I mean, it's the same amount of alliteration, it's just a different letter.
Yeah, but you can't go around using measurements of cocaine to justify your actions.
Why not? We're trying to have fun here.
Yeah, but life isn't fun. Life is boring, tedious, and mundane. You fucking clock in at 9 a.m., you do your 8 hours.
The United Kingdom.
Well, technically, hours is the only thing we left in imperial. Because...
You guys use imperial in Tunisia?
No, we use metric. But no, everywhere. So, for example, metric is... To go from one unit to another, you multiply by 10.
Yeah, exactly. And so everyone uses it.
By time, like 1 minute is 60 seconds.
Right.
And 1 hour is 60 minutes.
Right.
1 day is 24 hours.
Exactly.
So it's random as the imperial. It's not like 110.
Yeah.
But I would like to point out that the debate here was not the practicality of the metric system, it's what it would do to the language. And kilo for kilo is a dumb thing to walk around saying.
I still fail to see why this is the case. However, we can move on from that. I would argue, actually, though, that the practicality of the metric system does make conversations a lot easier to have. You could be understood a lot faster if just everyone did the same exact system. I personally think that we would just be able to have a better time if we started using the metric system.
Give me an example.
An example of the metric system, or an example?
Being convenient for language. Go on, linguistical
Well,
advantage.
if everyone uses it, everyone understands it, meaning that we don't have to have this whole conversation about, I'll tell people like, what's this? Like, I'm like 5'3", something like that. And people will be like, what? And I'll be like, okay, I'm 163. And they're like, you wouldn't avoid that whole thing if everyone just used the same system.
Yeah, but that's not making the language lame. That's just making, I mean, okay.
Well, it's impacting your ability to communicate with language.
Fair point.
Damn, I didn't expect you to give up that easily.
That was good. I was like, oh, fuck, you might have won this round.
For example,
Thank you.
Answer, let's say 160, whatever is your height, is end of discussion. But like when you say 5'3", actually no, it's hundreds, and it's like the discussion starter.
So yeah, it's a conversation starter.
Here's my problem. We're saying I'm 163 because that means we have to start talking about dick size in centimeters, and no one knows the correlation between and I know that might not be like a prevalent issue. What with you not having one?
Yeah,
but it is somewhat of a hot topic for us.
I will say yes, it is. As someone who occasionally interacts interacts with penises, it does actually. It's a fair point. I must admit.
You know where you are. If so, like I've got a 5-incher, I've got a 7-incher, I've got an 8-incher.
Yeah.
You know where you are with that.
Yeah.
That's good. Everyone's up front. There's no sort of like, oh my god, where's the rest of it kind of scenario. Where it's like, hey, I've got 17 centimeters. No, fucking, what's that?
That sounds like your penis is more small, but.
Exactly, you
Everyone
don't know.
Yeah, but also for the metric, once you go, you can go to the details. So it's 17.5677.
Okay, if somebody gave me their exact dick in measurements of their dick, I would end the conversation right there.
But for example,
Same thing in the imperial system, though.
You cannot go that much detail.
I mean, you can if you want to. I mean, have you ever like tried putting in like X amount of kilos into one of the like conversion thingies on Google, and they give you like the exact amount, like 69.5. You know.
Wait, are we measuring dick size in kilos now?
I'm using an example.
That would be another reason why the metric system would be a fucking terrible idea.
Oh no! If we started measuring dick size in kilos,
I've got 0.4 kilo of dick. And it's like, well, what? In what proportion? In what shape? I don't know.
If we
This
started
could be a discus and it would be absolutely no good.
a dixus, no, I'm sorry for that.
I feel like I win this round just for that awful, awful pun.
You said the word discus, so you get partial credit.
No, I absolutely don't. That's how puns work. Someone says something normal and then someone fucking reacts unrationally with a terrible pun.
You mean irrational?
Yes, exactly that.
Sorry.
Which is another reason why metric
Are you
system
sure you're not the one making the English language lame?
I probably am. This is why I didn't want to do this topic.
You are the metric system.
I just want to point out, Tamer got to speak about Super Mario, and you give me a fucking known dumbass like the topic of the metric system and language. This is completely unfair.
I guess we just thought higher of you.
Why? I've done nothing to give you that impression.
Okay, I didn't expect to have to.
Let me check the camera is still running.
Okay.
Keep on discussing.
I didn't expect to have to like cater to your self-esteem as a part of this debate.
It's not a self-esteem issue.
Do you want to talk about it?
No, I want to talk about how I think the metric system would make the English language. Yes, that's my way. It would make it lame. Yes, that's what I want to talk about.
You're so unsure of yourself. You are valuable. You are loved.
Thank you. I am loved. And how much in pounds? Give me pounds. If you give me kilos, I have no fucking idea how much I'm beloved.
What if love came in the form of cocaine? Then you would need to measure it in kilos.
Oh no, but lust comes in the form of cocaine.
I mean,
love comes in pounds. Honest
really?
to God, measurable pounds that can slot nicely into stones.
What is love really, though, if you think about it?
20 grams of cocaine.
Yes.
No, that's a lot of lust. That's a lot of lust, but you feel cold and empty when those 20 kilos are gone.
So exactly like love. I'm kidding. I'm sorry. He's British and it's rubbing off on me.
Okay, what about the song "I Would Walk 500 Miles"?
What exactly do you know what 500 miles is?
Yeah, a fucking long distance. That is a fantastic example. That is the Proclaimers proclaiming how much they love someone by saying, I would walk 500 miles, just by the sheer number followed by the word mile. Everyone knows that's a fuck of a long distance. These hairy, weird Scottish dudes feel very fondly about the maybe one woman that they're both singing about.
So that's 500 miles and 500 more.
Yeah.
So one will first and then the other one.
But if you...
That's a fantastic example. Has anyone got a unit conversion calculator on their phone?
No, but for 1 second. For 1 second, I need to say something. If it was measured in meters, the number would be a lot larger. So it would seem more of a sacrifice.
Yeah, but again, going back to dick size, if I told you my dick size in millimeters, you'd be like, wow, you're really trying to bedazzle me with that unnecessarily high number. I see through your
Well,
ruse.
there is a difference, I would argue, between measuring your dick and measuring your love for another
There is
person.
absolutely no difference whatsoever.
There literally, jokes aside about love, there is absolutely a difference between...
According to my ex-girlfriend, no, there's no difference.
Maybe measuring love, but like measuring the lack of love. No, that comes in dick-sizable measurements.
So why does it have to be in 8 inches? That's an arbitrary social construct.
Everything is an arbitrary social construct.
Yeah, but
language
this is
an
one
arbitrary
that everyone else uses. This is the social construct that everyone else uses.
Yeah, everyone uses inches.
No, not everyone uses inches for everything.
Name one country that doesn't talk about dicks in inches.
Oh, dick specifically, fair point. But
Yeah.
actually, I have seen...
The source of life.
I've seen... this is not even a joke. I've
Very
actually...
good point there.
Yeah.
Wait, penises alone are the source of life?
Yeah, everyone was like, oh, the womb is the birthplace. Like, nah, and what spits it out in there in the first place?
Okay, are you going to start arguing for men's rights?
No, I'm
Then
absolutely not. I'm trying to fill time on this topic that you've asked me to talk about for 30 minutes that very clearly within the first 10 seconds of this podcast, it became abundantly obvious I had no information on whatsoever.
This podcast is going
I had to Google what the metric system is on the tram here.
This podcast is going to turn out to be 10% metric system discourse and 90% him complaining about metric system discourse.
Probably.
This whole time. But
You
yeah,
think percentage is like 100? Is it metric or imperial?
that's not really. I don't think that belongs to either.
Yeah, I was just shooting it.
You tried. We're very proud of you.
Shoot me down.
Yeah. I don't know what to tell you, man. But see that if everyone used something, everyone understood like percentages. If we were to treat the metric system like that, then it wouldn't matter which one we're arguing in.
Well, then concede that the metric system would ruin the language if it doesn't matter.
Well, then you should concede.
I absolutely will not. I was
Exactly.
male pride, male ego. I refuse to give my dick in centimeters.
I have actually seen like an Instagram infographic that had like dick sizes by countries. I don't know who the fuck is giving their dick size to like a census and who is being honest.
Oh, there's a Reddit for it. We all upload the
I
information.
know, but who all is fucking gonna tell the truth on that? Like, right? I don't trust it.
Well, yeah, but if everyone lies, then it's just sort of like, you know, the average is, the correlation is still correct.
But it was
So
all
you know
measured
how
in
much
centimeters. That's the thing. That's what I tried to say there. It was all in centimeters. I don't know why, but
We see it's a woman who did that census.
I mean,
Because no man would give it in centimeters.
men in
This
the
is
audience.
one. I don't want to use
comment below.
I don't want to use the word whore, but one very promiscuous woman. I definitely wasn't referring to you
I
either.
know, but we stand for feminism on this.
Technically, she's the one who met the most of the dicks.
So she would know better.
Yeah, but well, yeah, you're asking who did, and I'm just giving a very
So
promiscuous
she's an
woman.
expert in this field in this case, if she knows.
Imagine a whore with like
Well, that's it, but she's been focusing so hard on dick size her whole life, she never really stopped to think about what unit of measurement is most practical with linguistics. So we
disagree.
can't take her opinion seriously.
I disagree with that. She would absolutely know. That's her entire life. That's her life's work right there.
No,
you mean to tell me she hasn't considered which one would be the most efficient or the best one to use?
No, because she's been too busy trying to get visas to North Korea and like trying to put away that onto the application form that's gonna get her into the country. She doesn't have time to consider the metric system or not.
If she's trying
North Korea aren't like, this census isn't gonna make us look good at all. We can't have you coming into the country. And yet she did it because she's a fucking champion of her field, but she doesn't have the time. Like,
Well, then-
give her a globe and a pin and she will be able to like, okay, what's the 47th biggest dickhead country in the world?
I mean-
and she will put it in there instantly without fault, but she does not know whether the centimeter or inch is the superior unit of measurement.
Well, assuming this unnamed woman is still alive, she then has time afterwards to consider the possibility.
But if she's applying for visa, she wanna, let's say, please the guy who's working at the visa office.
Do you mean Kim Jong-un?
Well, first off, I'm sure he is the one in the visa
Me
office.
too. Me too.
Second of all, that's a damn good point. And third of all, I think we can all agree, after she has gone to every country to check enough dick sizes to be able to accumulate an accurate average, she's entitled to retire. That is a lifetime's worth of work. She doesn't owe anything
She
to
is
anyone else.
entitled to, but that doesn't necessarily mean she will. She she may not want to. Again, her life's work.
She may not want to, but
That's her choice.
when was this chart last updated? Maybe now she's thinking, fuck, if I've got to do it in inches. Oh, again now, this is going to take another 20 years.
No, it won't, because conversion things exist on Google. Did this happen before the internet was created?
I don't know, maybe.
Boring is a really old.
It is the oldest profession. That's true.
It's a family business. Keeping the census of dick sizes.
If it is, I hope they keep their experiences to themselves.
They are sharing.
But maybe it's more beautiful that they transcend that sort of relationship with each other, and they can sit down and be like, oh man, I was in Ethiopia the other day, and boy, oh howdy. Like that's an open, beautiful conversation to have with your family.
You want to talk about having sex with people, with your family members?
No. At one point, we were talking. Okay, we were talking about prostitution. I was thinking. Sorry, I thought we were still on the woman who was doing the measurements. And I was like, how would you not speak about that at Christmas dinner? Really, like, how was work this year, Margaret? Well, no, but yeah. Okay.
Well, do I have some stories for you? Kim Jong-un was the only person who wouldn't allow me to see his penis.
But he assured me it was 15 inches.
I told him that's centimeters, but he said, no, inches.
No, what Kim Jong-un did is that he got someone to pose for him, like catfished him with his dick. Yeah, he got a dick model and he gave her the pictures. He was like, yeah, that's me. That's me.
Okay, to her point for like making it cool and move away from prostitution. Dick size is an old discussion, but for example now, when you talk about weed, about drugs, cocaine, that's a new.
Yeah.
New
and that's pretty cool.
Grams.
Drugs are pretty cool.
Drugs are cool. So the new trend.
Drugs are most certainly not cool.
Oh, please argue.
You heard it here. Dare to say no to drugs.
Quit your job to do comedy and drugs. That's my message to America.
Why not? I did, and it clearly worked out great for me.
I'm 21. I know everything and will never die.
I'm 30 and I'm about to die. So.
Before drugs, after drugs.
The worst thing is, I haven't really taken that many drugs.
That's how he looks like.
And that's so.
See, cocaine keeps you skinny.
So who are you to decide what is cool and what is lame?
Fair point. I am the person that you asked to come here and debate what is cool and what is lame. So.
You don't get to blame me for that.
Language, and who better to judge the English language than the English person?
No, fuck that. We made the English language better.
I feel like you didn't.
I feel like y'all had a language and we decided.
And y'all chewed on it and spat it out.
I think
literally the word y'all is you chewing on the words you are and spitting it out, or you all.
Y'all.
Yeah.
What's wrong? We're making the language more convenient. And also, if you want to talk chewing up a language and spitting it out, I mean, y'all got a whole other like side of the world. All of Wales and all of Cornwall. Everywhere else, Cockney. Are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah, and everyone in England thinks they're ridiculous as well. Like the second anyone
but
like who matters comes
like
in,
that though.
They don't really though. That's the thing. Like I've been in England. It's a fucking cliche. People don't necessarily. Some do for sure, but it's not like we're all. I
literally know someone who speaks in Cockney. I don't remember where in London he's from.
Okay, but if he actually speaks in Cockney rhyme slang, then that's just him trying to prove a point.
Oh, rhyme slang? No.
Okay.
But if that for sure, if you speak in Cockney rhyme slang, you have no right to decide what is cool and what is not in regards to the English language. I feel like that is a bipartisan issue. Can we agree?
We can most certainly agree on that.
Okay.
Finally an agreement. The debate.
But just like with Latin American Spanish, improving the quality of the Spanish language. I'm sorry, I'm not fucking with the Castilian. That bit of. Have you never heard like Spain Spanish before? Like España?
Yeah, I have. That's the Spanish I grew up hearing. What with me being so very close to Spain. And
so if you think this is a good form of Spanish, then I win.
Yeah, but look at Spain. Their country's a fucking disaster. Every time they never nothing ever gets fixed there because they take a nap every day at 2 o'clock when they should be fucking fixing their economy. So you can't trust Spain with anything. That's an unfair comparison.
I don't think it is because
England, we got shit done.
No,
we didn't just stop at one continent and be like, oh, that's it. No. We went all over the world. Forced our language and religion and royalty all over the place.
And all of those other countries improved y'all language in...
You cannot say all those other countries improved y'all language.
Y'all language. Yes, we can.
No, you can't.
Y'all is one of the best things to come out of the United States.
You're not even Texan.
I lived in Tennessee for like 6 years growing
did you?
up. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, sorry, you always refer to yourself as Cali girl.
Because I was born there. I was born there, so I have to tell people
Of course,
that.
coming to Europe, you don't want to say I'm from Tennessee.
Yeah. No, mostly because I refuse to, like, as the second anyone starts saying, because you're the only, I leave. I just leave a whole room. I'll jump out a window. I'll do whatever it takes to get out. This has been...
Wow, this...
You're safe. It's okay. Don't worry.
No.
You're not that safe.
It has happened in Europe. That is why I am bringing this up here. I swear to God, if anyone in the... Actually, that's not going to happen in the comments because we don't have anyone in the comments. Anyway.
Except Paul making puns.
Paul and... yeah.
Don't mention his name because he'll know it.
No.
Like, you'll upload this and be like, I'm in this one.
No, he's already been in this podcast, so he knows that he knows where he stands. He knows what he's done. Where were we? Oh yeah. Our English language is superior to yours, to y'all's.
The metric system will make the English language cool instead of making it lame.
Is making it cool. Well, need I remind everyone here, drugs. Those are pretty cool, except the opposition disagrees with that.
Okay,
But Pablo Escobar is like the coolest motherfucker there is, or was.
Pablo Escobar had children murdered.
Details.
Yeah, relevant details.
Okay, but he also gave everyone drugs.
Yeah, to ease the pain of their dead children that he had murdered.
Blew up cars. There are explosions.
The cars that were next to children who died.
But there was an explosion, and
that killed a child.
Are always cool.
Your kid died. Here's 1 gram of cocaine.
The bribery.
Exactly, and if you had given me a pound of cocaine, I would have been happy. But a gram, get fucked.
Well, yeah.
My dead child is worth more than a gram of cocaine.
So children are worth exactly a minimum 1 pound of cocaine.
Yes.
So pound for pound.
Ladies and gentlemen.
So you get pound for pound for your kids. So.
Exactly.
In for a child, out for a pound.
The kid weighs 78 pounds. You can scoop him up and fucking weigh him, and then you will give me that much cocaine, pound for pound.
But we don't measure.
Feeding their kids just so they get more.
Well, we don't say how old a kid could be. 14. A 78-pound kid is not a ridiculous amount.
At what age are they? Are we going 18? Is the legal?
Let's say 18. Anymore? Yeah.
Okay, but an 18-year-old is not a child.
Okay, 16.
Okay, yeah, I can agree with 16. But also, they don't use pounds there, they use kilos. And the cool people are using kilos, and that's how we have decided.
Yeah, Pablo child murderer Escobar is using kilos.
Who gives in for a child, out for a pound, giving people cocaine. For the death of children. in for a kid, in for a pound. In for a kid, out for a kilo.
It's snappy, but it's horrible. You're talking about replacing dead children with cocaine.
You didn't seem to have a problem with it when you were saying it in the
Of course, I was trying to prove my point, but now you're trying to use the same logic to prove your point.
I've pulled a reverse Uno card on you. Damn, where do we go from here?
I don't know, we wait. Hold on a second.
Wait, it's almost over, so let's bring Nazis. They definitely used metric system.
Did they even have the metric system back then?
It's more efficient, so definitely they used it.
I mean, they were also not nearly as smart as people like to think they are.
I mean, I felt like Nazi scientists in the science industry, which is an industry I'm very well versed in.
Yeah, but those
they're pretty high ranking in terms of
Well, yeah, in terms of the nuclear.
Not socially. No, everyone's like, no, I'm not hanging out with Fritz after this.
But like, if this is a real thing, like a lot of those scientists, a lot of these people, like skilled workers, were putting together like gaudy, ridiculous looking weapons that didn't actually do anything of value. They were just created to look cool as a form of propaganda. But it didn't, because everyone now sees through that kind of fuckery. So that's not cool.
And so hence the metric system is not cool. Ergo, I win.
We don't know that they use the metric system.
We did. Jamil just said, and he is the voice of authority in this debate.
In all fairness, yes, they did. Because they switched the metric system after the Renaissance.
Fake news. This is a conspiracy.
Oh, here, you heard it here first. Ashman Kane defends Nazis.
No, they didn't use the metric system, therefore they are cool. That is what we're going with.
Time's up.
Oh, thank Christ.
This is the first time we've ever actually ended on time.
Yeah, because we were waiting for it to end.
Yeah, but exactly.
I will ask for closing statement. I'll say we will leave it there.
I think, yeah.
I'm sorry for ruining your podcast.
Actually, this is really funny.
No, yeah.
It's a comedy podcast. And
Yeah, we're not serious about any of this stuff. I don't actually care which one we use, for the record, and
I could not give I don't even know which one is metric.
The point of this podcast is not to argue your actual thoughts and opinions. If they are your thoughts and opinions, you shouldn't be arguing for them, truth be told, because that sort of defeats the purpose.
I do stand by dicks and inches. I don't want that to be the whole thing of this episode, but like,
no, it's okay. It will be in the description of this video. But also, I do agree with you there.
Hell yeah.
But yeah.
All right, before we leave, Jack, where people can find you?
You can find me on facebook.com/Jack Holmes Acoustic, and all my live dates are listed there.
Mm-hmm.
Jack is one of the founding fathers of the comedy scene in Vienna.
Founding daddies of the...
Dad bod.
I'm so sorry.
I like how everyone always says he's one of the founding fathers of the scene. Not he's funny. Everyone's like he's been here a while.
If you manage to found the comedy scene in Vienna, you better be funny.
I mean,
you would hope.
So at least it worked for you. You were funny and you made it often.
You're doing tours. I mean, something's got to be going for you.
Either you're scamming people for...
I'm completely scamming people for money.
Yeah.
All of comedy is a scam where we get to speak for money.
9 years of comedy, you're still hiring you. Either you're scamming them or you're funny.
I hire myself mostly. I think that's a big...
I really have fun. Like, I'm arguing hard to make him look funny. Saying, no.
He refuses.
This is the low self-esteem fucking wriggling its way back in.
We're trying our best to hype him up, and he just refuses to play along.
Because he's humble, and we're gonna leave it there.
Yes.
It's definitely not self-esteem. So
it's just he's British.
Thank you everyone for watching. As usual, leave in comment which side you think won
and which side was wrong.
And if you have suggestions for subject that we should argue about, leave in comment again. Thank you for watching, and see you next time.
Ciao.
Bye.